Wolfgang, Wayne, Wolfgang.
Jakob, Wegenbaum, Lutek, Jakob, Nacha. Yes? Necha.
Nathan, that's right. And Wolf. How many?
600.
More.
You can do the same thing I'm doing. You might even make money at it.
I don't know.
Come on, Julius. I know about the extra food and clothes you get them paid for out of your own pocket. If we make a combined approach, we could get more than 4,000 out, mine and yours. We could relocate them in something like safety in Moravia.
I don't know.
How many cigarettes have you smoked tonight?
Too many.
For every one you smoke, I smoke half.
I've done all I can.
I will not accept that.
No, Oscar, I can't do
I
any
will
more.
not accept that.
No.
How many?
850, give or take.
Give or take what, Stern? Give or take what? Count them. How many? That's it. You can finish that page.
What did Gerd say about this? You just told him how many people you needed and you're not buying them. You're buying them, you're paying him for each of these names.
If you were still working for me, I'd expect you to talk me out of it. It's costing me a fortune. Finish the page and leave one space at the bottom.
The list is an absolute good. The list is life.
Historical dramas have a mixed history in Hollywood. In some cases, they have been criticized to the point where they have been ostracized from film lore, or controversies have diminished their staying power. Then there are exceptions. These films leave an undeniable impact that time cannot diminish, the message and power they carry. This week's film is one of those, and it is as important now as it was the 30-plus years ago it was released. Based off the novel Schindler's Ark by Thomas Keneally, released in 1993 and directed by Steven Spielberg. Schindler's List tells the story of German Nazi industrialist Oskar Schindler, who decides to use his wealth and power to save over 1,000 Polish Jews from concentration camps by bribing Nazi officers. In particular, the cold and callous Nazi general Amon Geth, played by Ralph Fiennes. Rounding out the starring cast is Sir Ben Kingsley and Embeth Davidtz. Spielberg was initially reluctant to take on the project. He passed it on to several other directors because he felt he was not mature enough to do the film. This includes Roman Polanski, Martin Scorsese, Sidney Pollack, among others. Spielberg finally agreed to direct the film when Holocaust denial really began to gain traction in the world, especially here in the United States. The next clip is from The Today Show in 2018, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the release of the film. In this clip, Spielberg talks about the difficulties of making the film and his decision to film the movie in black and white in the fight that followed.
I don't think I'll ever do anything as is important in to my life as the way this film personally affected me and my family. And so this, for me, is something that I will always be proudest of.
I looked back at an interview you had done about the time of the release of this film, and you said something to the effect you didn't expect it to be a hit. Was that the case?
Yeah, that was very accurate. I couldn't imagine, based on the story that we told, that an audience would tolerate just the amount of violence, human against human, or inhuman against human.
Schindler's List was in fact a hit, the winner of 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director. But Spielberg says the now famous movie could have looked very different if studio executives had their way.
I was the only one that wanted to shoot the picture in black and white. No, but the studio didn't. They didn't think they could sell a cassette if it was in black and white. And at one point that they were negotiating with me, they said, shoot it in color, we'll release the film in black and white, but then we'll release the cassette in color. And I said, no, I don't know the Holocaust in color. I wasn't around then, but I've seen documentaries on the Holocaust. And anybody who's seen any documentaries, they're all shot in black and white.
I can't imagine what it was like to shoot this film. You're in Krakow, you're in some of the places where this actually happened. I know there's cameras around and all the trappings of movie, but the scenes had to have taken a personal toll on you, your crew, your cast.
Yeah, well, I think everybody felt that we were memorializing something, and it felt to all of us as if we were shooting in a cemetery. So there was a kind of amazing equanimity of respect, and it was quiet on the set, and everybody just did their work. No one was laughing, no one was telling jokes.
Now, 25 years later, the film is still teaching new lessons.
Individual hate is a terrible thing, but when collective hate organizes and gets industrialized, then genocide follows. And we have to take it more seriously today than I think we have had to take it in a generation.
And now we're in an era that, anti-Semitism is on the rise.
Xenophobia.
We all know what
racism
happened in Pittsburgh. Is this an important time to re-release this film?
I think this is maybe the most important time to re-release this film. Possibly now is even a more important time to re-release Schindler's List than 1993, 94 when it was initially released.
This film is quite powerful in its approach, both in filming and performances. This includes the game of mental chess being played by Goethe and Schindler. Both men are shrewd and keen to outsmarting people. However, Schindler is compassionate and wants to use his wealth and intelligence to save the Jews from peril, whereas Goethe is a sociopathic, cold-blooded killer with no emotion or remorse. The next 2 clips show this. First, while building a stockade at a concentration camp, a Jewish woman, who is a contractor, tries to persuade Goethe to stop construction because the foundation is bad. His ruthless means of dealing with her show the callous nature of the man. Then Schindler speaks with Helen Hirsch, a woman Goethe has selected from a concentration camp to become his maid, whom he becomes smitten with, and due to this begins to abuse her both verbally and psychologically. Here, Schindler explains with great compassion why she is safe while showing care for her plight.
There they are, sir. One of you is a very lucky girl. There is an opening for a job away from all this backbreaking work at my new villa. Which of you has domestic experience? Yeah, on second thoughts, I don't really want someone else's maid. All those annoying habits I have to undo. I don't want to give you my call. What's your name?
Helen Hirsch.
What?
Helen Hirsch.
What? I can't hear.
Unleashed.
Ja.
The work! Take it down! It is not!
She says the foundation was put wrong. She's got to take it down. I told her to balance it up.
Commandant, the entire foundation has to be torn down and repoured. If not, there will be at least a subsidence at the southern end of the barracks. Subsidence and then collapse.
You are an engineer.
Yes. My name is Diana Reiter. I'm a graduate of civil engineering from the University of Milan.
I'm an educated Jew, like Karl Marx himself. Unterscharführer.
Jawohl.
Shoot her.
Herr Kommandant, I'm only trying to do my job.
Yeah, I'm doing mine.
Sir, she's foreman of construction.
We're not going to have arguments with these people. Oh, shoot her! Here, on my authority.
It will take more than that.
I'm sure you're right.
And now, Schindler and Hirsch.
I said to him, I don't know how I say this. I never could say it now. I said to him, why are you beating me? He said, the reason I beat you now is because you ask why I beat you.
I know your sufferings, Helen.
It doesn't matter. I have accepted them.
Accepted them?
One day, he will shoot me.
No. He won't shoot you.
I know. I see things. We were on the roof on Monday, young Lisiak and I, and we saw the Herr Commandant come out of the front door and down these steps by the patio, right there below us, and there on the steps, he drew his gun and he shot a woman who was passing by. A woman carrying a bundle through the throat, just a woman on her way somewhere. You know, she was no fatter or thinner or slower or faster than anyone else, and I couldn't guess what had she done. The more you see of the Herr Commandant, the more you see there is no set rules that you can live by. You can say to yourself, if I follow these rules, I will be safe.
He won't shoot you because he enjoys you too much. He enjoys you so much he won't even let you wear the star. He doesn't want anyone else to know it's a Jew he's enjoying. He shot the woman from the steps because she meant nothing to him. She was one of a series, neither offending or pleasing him. But you, Helen, it's all right. It's not that kind of a kiss.
Thank you.
Right, the wine.
As the war ends, Schindler is bankrupt due to massive bribes he had to do to keep his workers and the Polish Jews safe from dire circumstances at concentration camps. In our final clip, as Schindler plans to flee due to being wanted for war crimes as a card-carrying Nazi, the people he saved give him a ring. As Schindler cries at those he couldn't save, he is reminded of those he did.
We've written a letter trying to explain things in case you were captured. Every worker has signed it.
Thank you.
It's Hebrew from the Talmud. It says, whoever saves one life saves the world entire. Oscar, there are 1,100 people who are alive because of you. Look at them.
If I'd made more money, I threw away so much money. You have no idea. If I just...
There will be generations because of what you did.
I didn't do enough.
You did so much.
This film is well deserving of every great review, award, and lasting impact it has received, and then some. And honestly, that could not even do this film justice. There could be multiple reviews on this program with powerful scenes talking about the symbolism in the film with candles, and yes, the little girl in the red jacket, and the effort all that were involved in had to put forth. It is a film that everyone must see once in their lives. To understand that to do right, no matter how small you think the impact might be, can have the greatest lasting ramifications. I hope you join me next week when we begin our month-long tribute to Orson Welles with a special look at the fight he went through to make his seminal film, and in my opinion, the greatest film ever made, Citizen Kane. And then in 2 weeks, we will actually review Citizen Kane, as it is my favorite film of all time. For WMNH and Matt Connarton Unleashed, this has been a classic film review with Erich Pilcher.